nothing else to worry about but you and the bike and a pretty hammered out track.
Some years we beat it, most years it beats us.
It's very unique, you can't get anything like this anywhere in the world.
It's a massive challenge, it's the toughest race on our calendar.
It's a hell of a rush, and you don't know who's going to come out in front.
It took 5 hours after we opened back in February to have 650 paid-up entries into the race.
It's a tough old track and it gets harder and harder every year.
For 42 years, Alice Springs has hosted a very special event, originally known as There and Back Enduro, today known as the Tats Finke Desert Race. It attracts thousands of spectators, campers and fans to see over 130 cars and buggies take on over 600 motorcycles. It's 2 days of raw motorsport, a 226-kilometre blast through the red centre, the tiny town of Finke.
They'll descend here at the end of leg one, battered and bruised and probably more than just a little dusty, and set up base camp overnight and get ready to do it all again on the return leg to Alice Springs the next day.
There are 10 classes for cars and buggies, another 10 for bikes and quads. Every 10 Ks, there are progress markers. It is a blur of dust among a sea of competitors, and they only know one speed, flat out. Finke. It's the ultimate desert race.
Oh, it's amazing. It's a real family experience. Like with everything, we've all contributed to the buggy, we've all been out to Finke every single year. So it's a really amazing thing to obviously come back to Alice Springs and really get amongst it all.
Honestly, I'll be happy if I finish, you know. If I get some goals along the way, it'll be good, but just finishing is awesome.
Treat the track with respect, treat your car with respect, go as hard as you can when you can, and just make sure you get the car home.
Nothing better than Red Dirt. This place is just amazing. There's nothing that even comes close to this place. It's wicked.
October Prize came up to our section and I was pretty happy because I never met him before, and I said good luck.
Yeah, pretty much everything. The best thing is the atmosphere. All the people that come out here and travel from all around Australia and come out to watch all us basically, yeah, belt through the desert as fast as we can. Yeah, you've really got to stay focused out here, and the track can bite you very quickly. So it's spending as much time on the track as possible and preparing yourself the best, and yeah, making sure your equipment is ready to go and get the job done. I've got the two best teams in my corner. I've got all my friends and family on the trophy truck side, and then I've got KTM backing me on the two-wheel side. So, yeah, if one little thing goes wrong with that trophy truck, at the end of the day, we've got to park that thing wherever it is sitting down the track and get in a helicopter and come back. If all goes to plan, goes well, and we keep four wheels turning, we'll get in a plane and we'll fly back and we save a little bit of time. But we just got to have all our stars align and make sure things go right and look after the truck and get there. So it's a logistic nightmare, that's for sure. But we're set for the challenge and ready for it. So we'll see if we can make it work. last time I raced on the motorcycle out here was when I done the double in 2016. 17 we missed out with the unfortunate result at Dakar with a broken leg, and it just wasn't quite ready to be out here and on two wheels. In January it sounded like a good idea to do the double, and then now 2-3 days out from the event I'm just, maybe not the best idea, so to try and chase 6, but if we can make it work and make it happen, I think if we can get that 6th win on the bike and then add a trophy truck win to it as well, that'll be one I'd love to write in the record books, and something that I hope will stand for a very long time. We're going to try our best, and like I say, we'll swing it off the throttle as much as we can, and maybe see if we can make it work.
Born here in Alice Springs. I've been the mayor of the town since 2008, but the Finke has always been in our family, and I was made a life member some years ago. In the early days of the Finke Desert Race, it was a small committee, no different to today, and actually I went and drove a car in it 4 times. That was the only way you could get off the committee. But today my daughter Claire is the vice president of the club, and so I fill in and help where I can. Every competitor gets a run at about an 8-kilometre circuit, and the fastest man or woman will go lead off first on Sunday, and the slowest will bring up the rear of the field. This year, with the passing of Damon Stokey, who won the race last year, there'll be a tribute to Damon. He'll be forever king of the desert in the community's mind. One thing that's been done this year, there's been stickers created, Damon Stokey Forever One, and they're being offered to every competitor to carry him to Finke and back.
One aspect of what we do has risk, but we throw that out the window because we love what we do, right? I don't think you could ever tell anyone that's here that they shouldn't be doing it.
Today's extremely tough. At Deep Well this year we come up for a pre-run, and I lost a good mate in Damon Stokey. It's he should have been taken off first today. It's gut-wrenching. It's a hard day.
Not the first time I've lost a mate to riding dirt bikes, and that's just the reality of what we do. But I feel for the family and I feel for everyone, and it's going to be a good time for reflection over the weekend, and hope that everyone can charge on strong, and that's what Damo would want, I think.
Damon always gives me a hard time about my riding and not being quick enough, so I hope that was quick enough. That was fun. That was totally fun. We were talking to each other the whole way around, so. That was a privilege, and I really like to thank the Finke Desert Race for letting us do it.
Prologue this year is going to be really important. It's the last couple of years it's been dry, but this year it seems to be worse.
Shannon Wrench has won it numerous times here. Jack Rhodes is obviously up the front, Mark Burrows in a buggy. They're probably 3 guys that are going to be pushing hard in the buggies, and then in the trucks you got my mate Bo Robinson. He's definitely going to be up there, and Toby Price, Greg Gardner. Where do you stop? Honestly, there's 10 or 15 blokes that could win it this year, so hopefully we're in there somewhere.
Prologue
like qualifying, sets the starting order. With so much at stake, it's worth pushing. This spirited effort from WA's Beau Robinson, good enough for second. Quickest, defending King of the Desert, Shannon Wrench.
It is a hard race to win this from pole position, so we haven't done it before, so it's a little bit different for us. We usually start, in around second or third, I think, in the past. So yeah, hopefully we can just knuckle down and get into a bit of rhythm and make a lot of dust.
It's going to be a bit emotional, but I've got to put that aside and put down a really good heater lap. There's a lot of pressure on my shoulders for that, being the first rider out. So, and I've never done that before. So, yeah, I'm hanging out to have some good fun out here.
Sam Davies Husqvarna, flat out. Fifth quickest. Toby Price, the fastest on 2 wheels and 4th on 4 wheels. A great start to his Ironman campaign.
It's going to be a very big weekend for us. So yeah, we had a crack at it back in 2016. So yeah, we know what we're in for. It's definitely not new to us, but for it to all kind of piece together and go right for us and not turn it into chaos, I do need a little bit of luck and a bit of a fairy tale result, really. So we're excited for it and can't wait.
Lots of dust, but I like the bikes. I really like the bikes. I like the cars, but I prefer the bikes. So yeah, every winter in Perth we usually go north. This year we've just decided to come here and then we will go up north and go back home into WA and go along the coast and camp up there for 2 or 3 months. So that's what we do. That's what you do when you get old.
So up near the catering area, Finke is now an active party town, so please support them.
The track is a dusty 226 kilometre journey alongside the old Ghan railway line. On the way, 4 checkpoints used as timing splits and pre-marked refuelling areas for the motorcycles. The highlight, the giant jump coming into Finke. The surface, a mix of soft, deep sand, hard, dry riverbeds and endless whoops. It's 2 hours of punishment each way. All teams are saying the same thing this year. Track is rougher than ever before. First of the 130 cars away from Alice Springs, 5-time champ Shannon Wrench. meters in and drama. An accidental shutdown quickly rectified. Next away, Bo Robinson. 5 times on the podium, but yet to win. '11 winner, Greg Gartner. South Aussie armed with a new Geyser Brothers trophy truck. Race to Finke, truly alive.
Yeah, look, I guess it started back when my old boy come here in, I think, 88 or 89 or something like that. A couple of guys from WA come over with him, and he ran second in 91 or something, broke 90, whatever, and it's always been a love-hate thing with Finke, with him. And then I guess Trav and I started, navigating for him in the early years, late 90s, early 2000s. Then it was like 3 cars here for a couple of years there, and look, we've come so close so many times. And like the old boys ran second, he's ran fourth, he's ran fifth, third, whatever. Trav's done the same, I've done the same, and it's just like, never ending. So yeah, it's been a lot of work over a lot of years, and made a lot of good friends. And Alice Springs is a really, really fun and good place to come. So yeah, I guess it's been good and bad at the same time.
Basically, I've been gifted the best seat in the Australian Off-Road Championship, sitting right here beside my mate here, and it's a hell of a ride, and we've put in plenty of time. We spent the whole week up here preparing, which you have to do to run at the top of this game at the moment. What we really say is probably not airable, but it's a lot of fun, like it can get frustrating, and then the driver can get bogged down, or I can go quiet and he can say, come on, help me. Try and help him, but really, he's the fastest truck guy in Australia.
Each year it just gets bigger and bigger. So many people get behind it. Pretty much all of Alice Springs gets down to the track and camp. So it's just that's one side of it. And then the track's it's a massive challenge. It's the toughest race on our calendar. It's like our Bathurst in off-road racing. So what the club do up here is really awesome. Each year they just seem to raise the bar with the event, and just makes us all keener to win it. Lucky enough to get the win up here last year, and 4 other occasions as well, so none of them have been easy. It's always a battle up here, and always big week and big challenge, and this year's certainly no different.
Early stages, Wrench in control. Behind Wrench, the snarling V8 powered trophy trucks. There are 44 entries in the competitive side-by-side turbo class. Early leader, the Can-Am of Toby Waitley. Rodinga and Bunduma, a painful, familiar sight. The Robinson curse strikes again. Drivetrain failure, one of the favourites out of the race. Well, the Fireys and Ambos are here, so there's been a bit of commotion. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, just saw a bit of dust and thought I'd get over these whoops, pre-run it, and thought it was all right, and sort of second last one and hit it and just bounced off and landed on my side, and that was it.
What do you think the extent of the injury is?
Dislocated shoulder. So she's out, she's popping.
The first person to your aid, turns out it's someone you know.
Yeah, Simon Evans, how's that?
Well, we're about 34 k's into the race and we were having a great run, and just same deal, it's in the dust. And that come across one of those big holes and just got a bad bounce. The buggy just went right up on its nose. I thought we were going over. And as it landed just hard and broke the suspension.
It's just good fun, good weekend.
Who are you going for and why?
David Walsh, because Matt Walsh is his brother and he's been a good mate.
I wouldn't be able to put in a couple of words. It is, I would say, epic, but if you had to put it to a word, it is every year bigger and bigger and surprises you more and more. You think it's big one year, and then each year you come back, and we thought after the 40th anniversary it would probably not be quite the event in numbers, but it just keeps, cars keep getting better and people keep investing more and more money, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. It's a hard race. It takes a lot of preparation, a lot of training. Sometimes luck can go your way and it can work out, and other times it can't. It can take it away from you pretty quick. So it's a combination of everything. I really think it's you don't get an easy run here. So anyone that's ever won it, or been a part of it, or even a finisher, can understand the challenges of this track.
What's happened, lads? Blue belt. Yeah. You got it sorted now?
Yeah, mate. It's just a Polaris thing, so we'll get back in to get going and hopefully back up some ground. Let's go!
About 68 k's down the track at a refuelling point, and very sadly that is where car 138, Jared Ewan, has come to a stop. What's happened?
Oh yeah, alternator pulley's fallen off. The lights started coming on the dash about 10-15 k's ago. We kept resetting the alarm, but straight away we knew that we weren't charging as the voltage in the battery had dropped. Other than that, there's not much else we could do. We're hoping that the belt had just slipped off and we'd jump out, put it back on and keep rolling, but yeah, we got here and the guy that looked at it said, "No, your pulley's missing." And I was bullshit, jumped out and had a look. No pulley.
Back to the race, on approach to the big Finke jump. High anticipation for the first car. Shannon Wrench down to Finke in 1 hour, 47 minutes. Next, Toby Price. The Red Bull Trophy truck put through 1 hour and 50 minutes of punishment.
Dude, he knows that thing in his sleep. I think he closed his eyes and just started doing this. It was gnarly.
So you're ready to jump on a plane and do this all over again?
Not really, but yeah, we're going to have to be. So, no, we'll be good. Looking forward to it.
Back to the start line, do it all again. Huge drive from Greg Gartner to arrive in third. Out of the 130 starters, 90 made it to Finke.
Shannon, first across the line down here at Finke. How was your run?
Yeah, we had a pretty clean run down. It was good to have a clear track in front of us. We haven't done that for a while up here. So, no, all in all, yeah, we didn't have too many mishaps. Had a couple little moments, but the car ran strong and no trouble. So, just servicing and getting ready for tomorrow now.
So we started third this morning, having a pretty good run. A little bit of dust from the truck in front. We got down to the 120k mark, and unfortunately, doing about 180 k's an hour over the whoops, we got a left rear flat tyre, which buggered our afternoon in a way. Got going again, and we left the spare on the side of the road, so the back of the truck was very light, and wasn't handling perfectly for the rest of the trip. But we've done some adjustments here, and hopefully it's going to be pretty good on the way home.
Today is very fun, but very difficult course. I have many waves and crazy. Today, shake, 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 shake. Very crazy.
I love this race, everything about it, the people, the work that goes in, just the camaraderie between the guys. And it's sort of like I grew up racing motocross and everything. It was a dream to do that. And then since I've been racing desert and coming here since 2009, it's been the dream to win. And I think it would cap off my career, to be honest. It's the one that I don't have on my resume, and my brother's won the race, so I need to win it. So he doesn't have bragging rights at the dinner table. Once Finke's finished for the year, you sort of forget about it for 4 or 5 months. You put it to the back burner. You don't think about all the pain and the work that you go through. And then I like to start before Christmas, get a lot of the work out of the way, a lot of the gym work, the strength work, get that good base. And then, it's a big effort to come. We fly in 3 or 4 times through the year for testing and get the bike right and get your body right. And there's no place like the track, so you've actually got to ride the track. Everything that goes into this race to stand on that top step would, that'd just be my life complete, I think.
Well, what I was expecting definitely isn't what I think I'm going to get. Came up here a week ago and pre-run the track, and to be honest, it was a bit of a shock. I've never ridden anything like this. It's got everything. You've got deep sand, you've got huge whoops, you've got hard pack rocks. If I cross that finish line, I will be the happiest girl here, I think.
Toby Price, fresh out of the truck. Ivan Long, keen to lead. The first 20 bikes start in pairs with 1 minute intervals. Then it's groups of 5. The hot rookie Honda rider Callum Norton. Local star David Walsh, 28th in prologue, lots of bikes to pass.
Yeah, well, the track's a lot drier this year. There's a lot of dust about. We haven't had much rain, so it's the dirt's really broken down a lot. It's been a lifelong dream to race the event and to be at the pointy end. Never thought I'd be lucky enough to do it. So yeah, if I get that checkered flag, I'll be one happy camper. Day one really sets you up, so I'm going to go out and really attack the track just the entire way down, be as fast as I can, and just not let up the whole way and try to get down there with a really quick time. It's hard to beat. You hit that big finish line jump and it's like, oh yes, I'm here. I could sit down and relax for a minute. So yeah, it's pretty good.
The fight for the lead. Price into clean air. Jacob Smith, third on the road. The big movers early in the race, Jack Simpson and David Walsh, both on KTMs. Endless whoops, tiring and unpredictable. Under the midday desert sun, a train of bikes and quads. Some riding for victory, others just desperate to make it to Finke to fulfil a lifelong dream.
Yeah, Finke was always on my bucket list of things to do. So when the opportunity came up for me to do it, I thought, well, I'm going to do this, and I thought, why not? I sort of had a fair idea what I was in for, but to be honest, it's the roughest damn track I've ever been on. It is horrendous. There's no other way to describe it. Like all the desert racing I've done in the past as a young fella, I've never raced on anything like this, so it's certainly out there.
I actually honestly thought he was joking when he said I'm going to go race Finke over Christmas. I thought, you're mad, for starters. But then I started thinking about it. I thought, well, if you can get on the bike and get comfortable, why not? So yeah, it's really cool to be here. And we've always been a close-knit family, and it's always been, Dad, Mum, and my sister Lauren. We've always been racing together. But it's always been about me, and it's always been a bit selfish on my behalf. So it's cool to actually be here at Finke, this weekend, and actually helping out Dad for once. And he's been the backbone of my racing career for so long. So to actually do something that he really loves and enjoys is really special for me.
About the 30k bonnet just started to misfire a little bit, especially in the big whoops. It was quite dangerous, so I couldn't charge through that. But on the open straights, it would run. And I was waiting for the guys to come by. No one did, and just kept getting it as far as I can. It just got worse and worse, and then to the point where it wouldn't run at all. So it's very disappointing, to be honest. It's just sitting on the side of the road by myself, pondering what, and then you see the guys from behind. I don't know what happened to Luke that I started with, but there was a fair gap, and even I was 20 k's of just riding along in third gear, and still no one came by. So it'll be another year for me of what ifs, and the worst part about this race is you got to wait 12 months till you can come back and have another go. So.
We've been coming here since about 2009, and I don't know, there's probably 50 odd of us here or something.
Complete with a bus?
Yeah, with a bus. The bus has been coming since 2013. We picked her up to make things a bit easier, get the gear up here and back, and transport us all together. But so we're doing fuel for about 29 riders this weekend. So we got people from Queensland, New South Wales, people from South Australia, where we're all from. So people track us down to do their fuel stops for them.
And because they're athletes, they went to bed nice and early, and they've hydrated well for this, haven't you?
We have, yeah, out in the desert here. It's a bit unseasonably warm at the moment, but you need to keep your fluids up.
Okay, we're at fuel stop 1. Logistics is huge. We've got train techs here. We've got a lot of support staff to do the fueling, catching the bike, cooking. Everything that happens with this race is phenomenal. It's quite a big logistical challenge. Obviously the location, the dust, the heat, the flies, everything about it is what brings people here and why everyone loves to be here. And you just got to look around at all the campers to appreciate it. All sorts of spare parts on hand, brake levers, foot levers, spare wheels. They'll run a heavy duty tube, so a flat tire's a possibility. We've got a spare bike, so we've got everything we need if we have to do any major work. Hopefully not, because obviously that's going to really slow it down. The average stop should be around 10-15 seconds to dump fuel, give the guys a bit of hydration. Then the guys will head off to fuel stop 2 at 160, and it'll be repeated there, and that's it. And they head on to Finke.
Toby Price averaged a frightful 125 kilometres per hour before the fuel stop. A quick drink for Toby and his KTM, and back into it. Second into refuel, Ivan Long.
40. At the top. Hey, keep the fuel away from the helmet. No water. That's it. Stop.
The refuelling area, a flurry of activity and outback characters. Flying through the field after starting 23rd, David Walsh. First timer, Callum Norton.
I've pretty much since I was 5 or 6, I started racing motocross, and I've done that all the way up until now. I'm still racing motocross, so that's all over Australia. I've been to America when I was younger. Got into the desert racing this year. In past years, I've done local desert races and another desert race called the Hatter Desert Race, and now it's into the Finke. So it's pretty scary. It's a really high speed. I haven't done lots of it, so. Definitely, it's going to be a scary race going at those high speeds and trying to keep up with the top guys, your Toby Prices, Ivan Longs, Jacob Smith, but I'm just going to take my time and hopefully just get down there safe and get back safe, and if we come home in the top 10 or the top 20 or whatever it is where we're at. So, but the goal is definitely to be in the top 20, but see how we go. Everything that I've worked for this year, training hard in the off season, coming up here 4 or 5 times, put in a lot of work up here, but nothing, I'm not expecting too much, but it would, if I can get in that, like you said, the top 20, anything better than that would be massive. It's the biggest event for the year and it'd be everything to me.
There are people that have been coming to this event for years, but Troy here is brand new to Finke, and you've brought the trusty sun lounge.
$9 from Bunnings. Got a matching umbrella, you probably can't see it, but it's a bit of a package deal. Was laughed at a fair bit, but I feel I'm the most comfortable person here.
And you've got a beautiful vantage point to watch the action. Where have you guys all come from?
Just out of Adelaide, Lower Light.
Why Finke?
Oh, it's just something you've got to do, I think. It's always been on the list. You just got to see it. It's all part of the whole sort of show. Get up here, get away from it. No phone service, amazing.
Finke has got it all, even fashions on the field. This is Rhiannon. Tell me about these unreal boots.
Well, I bought these when I was in the UK in 2013 for trudging through the paddocks up there. Then I thought, why not bring them to the dirt?
Perfect for this race. Yeah. Have you enjoyed it so far?
Yeah, it's been amazing so far. It's been a nice early wake up this morning with all the trucks coming through, but it's been good.
We're waiting for the bikes to come in, and that's when we expect to see a lot more work come our way.
Toby Price on approach to Finke. His second time over the jump. Just as exciting. His time, 1 hour, 57 minutes, 45 seconds.
These boys are riding fast, so it's you can never take pressure off you, that's for sure. So
big air, big ride for local boy David Walsh. 28th to 2nd. Superhuman, 4 minutes behind his teammate.
The first 80 Ks I couldn't see a thing. I passed two blokes just before our fuel stop at the 80 K mark and was lucky enough to get that next real dusty section dust free. And then I caught and passed, I don't know, 2 or 3 blokes in the whoops, and it just made it hard, you know, coming up on them in the dust. You just can't see the whoops, can't see what you're hitting, and you know, you're just guessing really.
2 hours of this from Callum Norton. Third to Finke in his first attempt.
Am I seriously third to get here?
Yes, you are. We're not lying to you.
You're third on the track at the moment. Toby's leading. Did I get here within 20 minutes of Toby?
Yeah, 13 behind.
Cool, nice.
505 riders made it to Finke inside the 4.5 hour cut-off. Dusty and exhausted.
Fun though. Well, this is my 12th year, so no.
Well, that's better than some other options.
Yeah, that is full on, isn't it?
We're sitting second, I think, in the cars category there, so we've had a good day in the car, and yeah, unfortunately I had to do the track all again.
Well, not unfortunately for the fans. We loved it. You looked really strong on the bike. You happy with where you're at?
Yeah, for sure. Like it's been a good run. A lot of square edge holes, and you just couldn't see them, so it was quite difficult. I think we pulled a little bit of a lead, but it's never comfortable. You can never count your eggs before they hatch here at Finke, because it's it'll throw anything at you this race.
Legend, thanks for this. Made that even worse.
Cars and buggies were first welcomed to the Finke 30 years ago, and in 3 decades, technology has led us to this point. It's the BF Goodrich Tyres Hog's Breath Cafe Jimco buggy, the defending champions Shannon and Ian Wrench. It's built in San Diego in California in the USA, and it produces some simply incredible numbers. It weighs over 1.5 tons and it flies through the desert at over 200 kilometres per hour. The power plant, a 3.5 litre Nissan 6-cylinder motor with twin turbos, producing over 700 horsepower. Transmission, Aussie-built Albin's transaxle, 5-speed, shifted sequentially. Suspension, giant shock absorbers capable of a whopping 20 inches of travel. That's 5 times greater than an everyday road car, with sprint car style torsion bars and heavy duty control arms. In the cockpit, twin race seats with 6-point safety harnesses and air hoses for ventilation in the choking dust. It rolls on 37-inch BF Goodrich all-terrain tyres, capable of handling the harsh Aussie outback. It's the ultimate purpose-built off-road weapon with a price tag close to $250,000.
We've been here a few times before, so yeah, we started in 8th today and came down, and by the looks of it, we're 5th on the way home, so it'll be good. We went for a fair while in the dust. It was only sort of the last 30 or 40 Ks we actually popped out into the fresh air and put the pedal down a bit there and tried to make some time to get home, and sort of got where we got to. We're only halfway through the race, so it's still a long way to go and anything can happen. Should have a bit of a dust-free run early in the piece, so we'll push as hard as we can and see where we get to.
If you want to win on two wheels at Finke, you need something fast and predictable. This is Jacob Smith's Penrite Honda, and it started out life, of course, in showroom specification, but after hundreds of man hours, the end result is very different. Lots of love and attention, firstly, to this four-stroke engine, a new head and piston from Honda's racing gurus. One of the significant changes for these guys for the 2018 race is in the area of the gearbox or transmission, and they've reached out to the MotoGP arm for some help in this regard. They have stuck with 5-speed, while their rivals, the Austrians, are 6. The average speed over the 2 hours for one leg on the run down to Finke is 115 k's an hour. That in itself is phenomenal. The front brake here is race spec. The rotor is an extra 20 mils bigger in diameter than what you might find as standard. Done right, this is a beautiful symphony, an instrument for that symphony that helps the rider with brake, throttle, body position and balance. Bravery is the key to this, and it's unlike any other race you will see.
It should be a good day. We had no really dramas, just a flat on the way down, so hopefully we won't get another one on the way home and we'll be right.
Oh, it was a bit of a cutout in the road and we went up like this and I'm on this side and I was down, I was just seeing the ground and I squealed a little bit and sorry Kez, it's alright, it's a bit scary.
Yeah, really good. We had a good run down yesterday and we had a little bit of dust out of Alice, but once we got the mud dome, we had a pretty clear, dust-free run. We just changed the oils and filled it up with fuel pretty well, and yeah, got it here. We stayed down the station at New Crown, and yeah, made it a lot easier. Had a nice shower and nice dinner last night, so it was very comfortable.
Relaxed at the moment. You're just going to push pretty hard, and we have got three cars in front of us, so we can do what we can do. There's no wind at the moment, so that's a concern. But we'll just push hard.
Yeah, that's it. I've got to do it all again twice today. So all in all, it's good. Truck's really good at the moment. So we prepped it last night, and yeah, it's ready to go back down the track. So fingers crossed. Yeah, we have a bit of a replay of day one, and hopefully, we can kind of chase the wrench down a little bit. But we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a long day, that's for sure. So, but we're looking forward to it.
Dawn in Finke on a potentially historic day. First on the road back, Shannon Wrench. A record 6th win in sight. The front runners separated by their day one gaps.
10 seconds.
Toby Price with 3 minutes to make up. David Fellows, another 5-time winner in contention. Overnight side-by-side turbo leader, Toby Waitley. He came into Finke leading the BF Goodrich Cams Australian Off-Road Championship. Title claimed last year by Sydney's Matt Martin. His daughter Kerry alongside him again.
Yeah, so day two, basically lining up second, taking off in the truck. All was looking really well. We took off, probably got about 2-3 k's in, and
the motor started popping, and we had a couple of issues yesterday coming in on that, but we still had plenty of power. Still, everything was going really well. So we just started to push as much as we could, try and reserve stuff and look after everything. And unfortunately, there's another thing that popped up that we probably didn't really look at, overlooked a little bit, and blew a power steering pump. So that's pretty much what brought us all to a stop. So yeah, for sure, it's not the best result we were looking for. It was would have been nice to try and get a double result again, but trophy trucks and cars and stuff. There's a lot of things that could go wrong with them things, and unfortunately, I found it today, and it's just our day. So we're back here now at Finke. We're getting ready for the bike leg. We've got a little bit more rest and getting organised for that now. So that's good at the end of the day. But we're definitely excited. We're pretty keen to try and see if we can get both the vehicle and the car and the bike to the finish line. But it wasn't our year.
She was nice while she lasted.
Hell yes. You.
I'm Dan from the Sunshine Coast, Queensland. I was actually riding up until yesterday and crashed out at the 25k mark with a knee injury. So I'm just out here watching today with the girls, eating a bacon. I met Georgie on the coast, so met up with them to come out and watch for today.
I'm Georgie and I'm from the Sunshine Coast. Been travelling a bit lately though. I think just the atmosphere, look at the place we're at, in the middle of the desert, watching motorbikes, cars.
You won't ride anywhere else like it in Australia. It's definitely one off. Red dirt, the atmosphere of all the campers. It's a one-off event. Finished the last 2 years. This is the first year I haven't finished, so a bit disappointing, but that's all right. These things happen, racing's racing. I think a lot of people come here to finish, and it is a big achievement to finish over placing well. You put in a lot of effort throughout the year to get here, physically, mentally, the travel getting here as well. First year I did it, I come in and I threw up straight away, just from physical exhaustion. But yeah, you do. It is very physically demanding.
Toby Price out, Wrench was virtually unopposed. Smooth run in the desert, record 6th win imminent. Second car through deep well, David Fellows. Greg Gartner missing from the timing screen. After a rollover in prologue, Jack Rhodes worked his way through the pack. Thick dust, a result of the unseasonably warm weather.
It's a bit of a heartbreaking story. We're about 30 k's from Alice Springs, and sadly, Greg Gardner, this car is on the tow. What's happened to it?
Yes, unfortunately, on the way about 100 kilometres from the finish, unfortunately, low oil pressure light come on, so we lost all the oil out of the motor, and it would have been a fitting come loose somewhere, or a rock or something. So something so small can wreck such a good event for us.
and Ian Wrench, 6-time champions of the Tats Finke Desert Race. A huge lead on the way back into town, a 6-time winner now. Shannon, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't really know how far Toby was behind. It was only 3 minutes this morning and I knew he would have been pushing pretty hard, so I had no really idea until probably the 70k mark. I sort of knew we had a big lead, but yeah, no, just wrapped to bring it home, and it seems to get harder every year, but it's good to, this is the first time I've won it start to finish, so it was really, really good.
Well, sometimes it's experience that counts out here in the desert. Congratulations on P2 today. Can you talk us through your run home?
Yeah, the run home was pretty good. We had no dust at all, and once we seen Toby had dropped out, we thought, well, we'll just cruise home, and we're never going to catch Shannon. He had too big a gap, but you know, we're hoping he had a flat tire or something like that. But you know, he drove well, but we're very happy with second after starting yesterday in 18th.
From upside down in the prologue to the podium at the Tats Finke Desert Race. What a wild weekend.
Yeah, it definitely was. A lot of challenges came up our way, and the team did awesome to push through and to get a third, a result from where we started and the conditions that we've been sort of racing in is awesome. Yeah, it's a massive congrats to our team, and yeah, just stoked.
It's the very first and only 100% electric car, 100% eco-powered, and it's finished the Dakar in 2017 with Ari Yaton, who built this car up. And it's the first time a car like this comes to Australia, and for sure the first time it's racing in Finke. It's a party, everybody is here, lots of people, everybody is together and enjoying this race.
We have in mind to cover 140 kilometers to join Bondama Point, and here the truck will be there to recharge the car for 60 minutes, and in order for us to cover the total distance to Finke.
The Outback, comparing to European sizes, you are huge. The colors, especially in sunset and sundown, are amazing. It's a beautiful land.
Bueno, a Australia hemos traído el camión de asistencia, el 6x6. Es el camión que se encarga de hacer todas las reparaciones técnicas y la recarga de baterías. Y también hemos traído un cruiser, que es el que hace la logística corta y que transporta el coche de una ciudad hacia la otra.
It was a huge challenge because in this car everything is about consumption, speed and time running, because in the Finke we have these cut-off times which we need to be in. We were calculating. Emma was all the time, we are behind, we are in front. The mistake, if you want, we charged too much or too long time. It was not too much, but too long time.
We were really proud for the first time to join Bondoma on time and with low consumption, but we had planned to recharge for 44 minutes. So we did it, but they don't match with the time cut. Real pleasure to share this experience with Andrea. She take care about everything, bumps, etc. So it was really, really nice to share that all together.
Thanks also to the organizer, because for them it was a huge challenge too to welcome an electric car in this event. Thanks for that good experience.
I do prefer the track going home, but you are a little bit tireder, so and a bit more worn out from yesterday. I think I'll just take my time, try to settle into a good pace, and see where we end up.
It's been a bit of a challenge, but the boys had a big fire going last night. They cooked up a roast, which was really, really good. And yeah, just I've had a shower. I'm ready to race.
Very rough road, and trying my best to keep beating my time. Yeah, I just want to finish, make my community proud.
You never know in this race, anything can happen, so a flat tyre could cost any 1 minute. Really need to put in an effort and keep him on his toes so that he does have to push the whole way home.
But what impressed me was the amount of people camped on the side of the road, by the side of the track, they're everywhere, and it's like they're waiting there just for you. They give you the big thumbs up and they go as you go past. Oh, brilliant. So that was the good side of it.
Unfortunately, we're back here at the Finke end very early, but yeah, we're going to be prepped for a motorcycle side of things. Ready to go there, but not the result we wanted in the car. Bit of a bummer. It was all looking good there to start with, but yeah, we just had the helicopter pick us up and bring us back to here, and yeah, we'll be ready to go.
Toby Price's dream of winning the Ironman double was over. The new goal? A record 6th win. Four minutes and 12 seconds later, David Walsh. Next, Callum Norton. A podium on debut would be huge. Fourth away from Finke, Jack Simpson. The Victorian missed the 2017 race due to injury. Launching the 81 grids, an hour and 19-minute process.
Yeah, I'm Hayden Wall from Barossa, Greenock in SA. Yeah, we've come up to have a bit of a look. This year I've brought young Cody Relquest up. He's keen on it next year, so just get keyed up for that and
He's got himself a KTM 450 and I've got David Walsh's old 2012 bike, and yeah, I'll mentor him through it, and yeah, we'll do it next year, and it'll be my 5th and Cody's 1st, so pretty excited.
I want to do it just to prove to myself that I can do it and finish it. I've never done any desert races like the Finke, so that'll be pretty cool.
Everything was going really well. We knew we had a little bit of a buffer, a bit of a gap. At the 100-kilometre mark, I just hit a little square edge hole and just trying to relax in a little bit of an easier section, and you can't relax down this track. Smacked the hand up a little bit and the thumb and landed on my head and got a bit of a sore neck. Then the panic station kicks in. They're just thinking, oh, David's going to be right behind me, he's going to be on the gas. It feels like you've been on the ground for 4 minutes, but I was probably only there for 20 seconds and then back on my way again.
A lucky escape for Toby Price. His lead slashed, the pressure back on. David Walsh closer than ever. Callum Norton failed to show at the first checkpoint. This promoted Jack Simpson to 3rd. Behind the lead 3, Mount Gambier's Kent Collins. Mark Grove, first of the 250cc bikes. A great battle with Honda rider Caleb Ulricht. Battles and duels spread across the desert. Paul McKay in the Masters class and Nathan Stevenson in the Seniors class. Inside the last 30 kilometres. No change in the top 3. Nearly 4 hours of competition, the speed and commitment still breathtaking. Back on board the Honda, 7th outright and 2nd in class. History made twice in the same day. A triumphant return to two-wheel action at the Finke for Toby Price.
I was hoping for that fairy tale result of winning both and trying to win the 6th time on the bike, so it would have been 2 records in the same year, but yeah, like I say, it just wasn't meant to happen and wasn't our year, and but yeah, at the end of the day, yeah, it's a mammoth task to try and win 6 in the bike, and like I say to everyone, it's if they would have said I was going to do that back in 2010, I pretty much would have laughed, because it's a tough old track and it gets harder and harder every year.
Ironman, came up oh so close, but still a 6-time champion on 2 wheels. Toby, you look physically exhausted right now. What's going through your mind?
Yeah, it was. I thought it was going to be a nice bit of a run home. We had a crash about 100k mark there, so yeah, just banged ourselves up a little bit. So it was, yeah, made the last 100k's a little bit more heavier for us. But yeah, the Ironman double didn't work out for us, so bit of a bummer there. But you always want to get to this point here at the finish line, and yeah, happy we've done it, and happy we got here in first place. So it's yeah, it's good to be back.
Well done, mate. So many people here stoked to see you.
Cheers, thank you.
Wiping the dust off, you've got your girls here to celebrate with. Can you tell us about the ride back to Alice Springs?
Oh look, I honestly had to go into limp mode. I was just that knackered from yesterday. So all I wanted to do was get home. Yeah, so that's what we did.
Do you have any answer for Toby today? You threw everything at him.
Oh look, I honestly think I spent myself yesterday. I think if I didn't prologue as bad as I did, now I think I probably could have given him a run, but you know, that's just the way things go with this race.
Deep breaths, covered in dust. Another fantastic day at the Finke Desert Race. How are you physically feeling right now, Jack?
I got a bit lucky. I think the third place bike stopped at the time, so just after I knew I was in third place, I just cruised and yeah, no mistakes, and just trundled on in. So I didn't do nothing erratic. Rode pretty smart and smooth and got it home.
Congratulations on such a strong finish inside the top 5.
Yeah, look, you know, I started 8th last year and we ended up 4th, so I was hoping a couple more might drop, but it was good. We sort of drove conservatively to the point. I know that sounds funny, but we did drive to the point of getting it home. Once you hit that sort of 100k mark, it's just switch the two-way off and just go.
Yesterday was really good. The track was good going one way, and it was a dream run. But coming home today, I reckon it was probably 3 times rougher, and it's just, and whoops, I was getting so sore and that. But it's good. We're finally here, so thank Christ.
Well, we got to about the 90 to 100k mark, and I heard something go crack at the back of the car, and I said to Janelle, I think we just broke something. I said, the car's handling a bit funny. I said, have you got a flat tyre on your side? And she twisted the mirror down, said, no, mine's right. So I twisted my mirror and I could see the tyre flapping, pulled over to the side, jumped up, had a look around behind us, and I could see that the rear quarter was on fire. And I said to her, give me the fire extinguishers and get out of the car as quick as you can. And that's what she did. And she thought we had a flat tyre only, so she took her helmet off, left it in the car, and it was burnt to the ground, but at least we got out okay. Competitors kept pulling up and throwing their fire extinguishers out, to their credit, and then driving on because they couldn't do anything more than that anyway. My son then pulled up in his car, a Pro-Light car, and he helped us fight the fire, and if he hadn't, it would have been much worse than it is.
We were coming down the track and saw a big lot of black smoke coming up, and I knew straight away that the car was on fire. And yeah, we got down there, saw the SOS board and realised it was my parents' car. So yeah, we just grabbed all the extinguishers as quick as we could and ran over to try and help out.
The fire started right here. This corner of this tank was punctured. It's 2.5mm marine grade aluminium, and something punched through it like you got a chisel and a 2-pound hammer and really belted the hell out of it. And it's panelled up to here. The exhaust is here, and obviously so it threw straight out where the exhaust was going to be sparking. And then as you can see, the fire progressed forward. It burnt the top out of the tank. We foam fill all of our tanks so that we don't have an explosion. We have a control burn. Then it continued up here, set fire to the main fuel tank, and that was like a flamethrower. We managed to shovel enough dirt in there to put that out. It got through around here to the front, burnt its way through the dash. We managed to halt it up here around the dash. It's melted the battery, and that's as far as it got. We managed to stop it there.
It's been a big weekend. Can you reflect for us on the weekend that you've had and how your day went yesterday for us?
Yeah, no, it all started off pretty well. We started off in 5th position, worked my way into 3rd pretty comfortably. I got to about the 110k mark, had a big drink in my Camelback, about to hit the whoops, come over, hit a big square edge and literally just landed straight on my head. Unfortunately, we couldn't continue with the bike. I'm pretty stiff and sore as it is. My helmet probably saved me a lot. I probably really shouldn't have walked away from it. It was one of the biggest crashes I've ever had.
Well, this race is hard enough on 2 wheels. I don't know how you do it on 1 wheel. Can you tell us how you got home?
Oh, about the 70k mark, we got a flat and then it just started wobbling, got the 10k and it just started spitting out rubber, and then coming in over these last set of whoops, it just like give way, so it was struggle street all the way in.
No, I had a pretty good run compared to yesterday. It was much more spread out, not as much dust, and yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty enjoyable, actually. I actually enjoyed it.
Who were you saying hello to just then?
That's my 5-week-old son, Arthur.
Well, I think if there's a most exhausted man in Alice Springs award, you've just won it. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I've had it last 50 Ks. I had nothing last 20, absolutely nothing. I'm busy, head's just buzzing. I don't know how to get rid of this, but there's a lot in it.
Tried this event before? Or is this
the first one.
What made you do it?
Tick it off the bucket list.
Seen some pretty exhausted bodies today, but none more so than you. How did you physically dig deep to get this bike home?
I just knew my boys are here watching, so I didn't want to give up. Yeah.
Do you know where they're watching from?
Oh, they'll be somewhere out there. I suppose they're not over here yet. Oh, there they are. Yeah.
You know what happened?
Oh, just around the corner before the old start finish line, she just started dying, and yeah, I knew straight away it was a fuel issue. Must have, I don't know what's going on. It's picked up dirty fuel somehow.
67 of the 130 starters made it there and back. BF Goodrich racer Shannon Wrench the quickest of them all. his time 6 minutes quicker than last year. Another top 5 finish for Michael Marson. 5-time winner Mark Burrows, home in 8th. Into the class results, starting with the buggies. 12 competitors made it there and back in the top flight pro buggy class. Shannon Wrench, 19 minutes clear of Jack Rhodes. To pro light, where only 50% of the field made it back to Alice Springs, Sean and Robert Swarfield home ahead of the defending national champion Matt Martin. Rod Viz's Suzuki-powered Illumicraft took the last spot on the podium. In the exciting Super 1650 class, Victorian duo Trevor Taylor and Michael Crawford picked up class honours. They chased down Hayden Vanstone after the South Aussie led the field to Finke on day 1. The final buggy class, Sports Light, was won by Stephen and Darryl Graham. Their 2-litre Honda-powered entry completed the gruelling trip in just over 4.5 hours. To the 2- and 4-wheel drive classes, and only one entry made it there and back in performance 2-wheel drive. The desert took its toll, but Territorians Lincoln and Mark Sheedy stood tall, first in class in their Chevy-powered Ford F-150. Leading the wild extreme 2-wheel drive class home, Finke legend David Fellows, another class win to add to his storied career. Only 4 of the 20 trophy trucks made it back to Alice. Pre-race favourite Bo Robinson again falling foul of the harsh Aussie outback. The 4-wheel drive classes really felt the pinch. No entries made it back in extreme 4-wheel drive, and only one made it to Alice in production 4-wheel drive. That one driver, 75-year-old Jeff Pickering, his 14th class victory at the Finke. The most competitive car class, side-by-side turbo. 27 teams made it home, proving how reliable and solid these machines really are. Toby Waitley first in class, Nathan Shivers second, and quickest on the return leg, the reigning national champion home in 7th. Finally, side-by-side sport. Alan and Courtney Muir the winners, 3 minutes and 9 seconds, the closest margin in any of the 10 classes. 11 of the 18 entries surviving the tough Finke conditions. Toby Price's record 6th Finke win was completed in under 4 hours. His return leg 6 seconds quicker despite the crash. It's the 4th time David Walsh has shared the podium with Price, and the 2nd year in a row Kent Collins has missed the podium by just 1 place. The massive field of motorcycle riders are broken into 10 classes. Class 1 for the 2-strokes over 250cc, won by Sam Hanley. First of KTM's 4 class wins, the most out of any manufacturer. The outright top 3 came from Class 2, the big 500cc 4-strokes. KTM's 500 EXCF, the weapon of choice, filling the top 8 spots. Factory Boys finished 1-2. First of Husqvarna's class wins, Class 3. A dominant performance from Kyle Simpson on the 252 stroke, nearly half an hour quicker than the rest of the field. A mighty effort in the 4-stroke 250 class from Victorian Mark Grove. 5th outright against the much bigger, more powerful 500s. Alice Springs local Caleb Orick, 2nd in class and 7th outright. Again, an amazing performance. A huge field of 166 bikes filled Class 5. Nathan Trigg led the field there and back, Sherco's only class win. 4 different makes and riders from 4 different states and territories filled the top 10. Three classes are based on age. First is the Masters class for riders aged 35 to 40. Anthony Hanlon finished 5 minutes clear of Matt Jones. Riders from as far as Karratha and Northern WA featured inside the top 10. The Seniors class proved to be the closest of all. Battle of the riders aged 40 to 45 decided by just 39 seconds. Great dice between South Aussie Brett Hayden and Mildura's Jason Stewart. There were plenty of battered bodies in the Veterans class. Brandon Kinehus, the only rider over the age of 45 to complete the trip there and back, in under 5 hours. Over 100 riders tried to tick the veterans class off their bucket list. 80 completed their goal and lived their dream. The final two classes are reserved for the intrepid quad bike riders. Lachlan Bailey first in the under 40 class, Yamaha's only class win at this year's Tats Finke Desert Race. Eddie Taddingham picked up the win in the over 40s quad class, the only Territorian to pick up a class victory in the motorcycle race. 6 different manufacturers filled the top 10. Congratulations to all the riders who made it there and back.